Oh, I want baby girl.
Don't baby girl me. How many of your groupies you call baby girl? Is Tisha a baby girl? Is Amanda a baby girl too? And who the hell is Bonquisha? Is that even a name? Man, I can't
Welcome to Shireen's World, everybody. Good evening, good evening. Welcome. Welcome all my survivors. Welcome my subscribers. Welcome all my victims, my thrivers, my bushes watchers. Welcome all you narcissistic men and women. Welcome to Shireen's World. Alrighty. As you guys already know, gotta let you guys know, I'm a peer mentor survivor of domestic violence and narcissistic abuse relationships. Okay? I come up here and I bring awareness. I bring the information. So you guys can get the healing or whatever it is that you guys need to get through whatever you're going through. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday evening, and y'all already know them narcissists lurking tonight. They're gonna be going out to bars and clubs, especially them ladies too. They're gonna be out there tonight, drinking, fighting over Tom, Dick, and Harry. It's gonna be going down. Everybody for everybody in this town. Okay, y'all gotta protect y'all peace out here. Okay, y'all gotta start putting yourself in different, rooms and energy and stuff like that. But yes, it definitely goes down every weekend out here, especially with them ladies fighting over other men. But ladies and gentlemen, that's why you got Shireen World. I come up here and I bring the awareness for you guys. So if you are experiencing domestic violence or narcissistic abuse relationship, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, do whatever you do. All right, I got a video for you guys. It's by Mental Illness. You already know I like to share his videos, so make sure y'all go subscribe to his page. I give credit where it's due. Alrighty, Mental Illness. His name is Lee Hamhock. He is a diagnosed narcissist himself, and he shares awareness about the situation. Okay, so if you haven't already, go check out his YouTube channel. I also follow him on Facebook as well. Okay, let me get into this video, and I am going to bring my commentary in and out of it wherever it's due fit. Alrighty, I'm going to bring the red flags, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so thank you, and thank you for subscribing to Shireen's World. Alrighty.
Ask me all the time, Lee, do narcissists ever just grow out of it? Do they ever just grow out of the toxicity? Do they ever just mellow out? Like when they get older? Do they get better as they get older? You want the real truth? The truth from the mind of a self-aware narcissist? Usually, y'all, they get worse. They get more bitter. When the hair starts falling out, when the money dries up, when the wrinkles start kicking in, the crow's feet start crowing.
That's crazy work. I don't mean to cut into that, because speaking from example, everybody look at your narcissist, whether they're male or female. How old are they? Because I know my narcissistic ex is well over in his 40s. So if they're in that, they're already embedded into that situation. Okay, guys, they're already embedded. Ain't no changing no 40-something-year-old man or woman. It's no changing, especially if they don't want to change. Okay.
The charm stops working on people. The narcissist mask just doesn't slip off, y'all. It completely shatters. And today, I'm telling you exactly what happens when a narcissist realizes they lost their power, their looks, that money, when they lost the main ability, the main tool that they used to get that sweet, sweet narcissistic supply, y'all. Of course, if you're new here, Lee Hammock, diagnosed narcissist, and let me know what you think about that intro. I'm taking time with these intros, and I'm like, oh, let's get it. Ooh.
Yeah, make sure you guys go subscribe. Go subscribe to his channel, y'all. Okay.
But yeah, y'all, we'll hop right into it. The toolbox is empty. Like when we are young as narcissists, or just anybody, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention to what he wants to say. I haven't watched this video. Okay, I glanced at it for a few seconds, but I did not watch the video. So pay attention to what he has to say. Okay, if you in this type of situation, any red flags speaking, take key to notes, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
We talk about narcissists. When we are young as narcissists, we have tools, right? We have tools to get our needs met. We have our looks. We have our whole future ahead of us. We have our delusions of grandeur. We have our entitlement. We have looks. We have success. We have that high, that charm. That charm that tricks people into following us. That same charm that has you here with me. I'm joking. But the same charm that tricks people into following us. That's what it is right here, y'all. We have those tools. But as you know, most of those tools have an expiration date, right?
He's a narcissist. Remember, guys. Remember, he's speaking about how narcissists how they operate. Okay.
Most of it has an expiration date. It's going to go away sooner or later, especially the looks, especially the charm might not. Some of these things have different expiration dates, right? Looks might be the first thing to go. The hair might be hairing for a little while, right? But it's going to go sooner or later, right? When a narcissist cannot impress you anymore, they have to find a new way to get supply. They have to find when they can't impress you, they have to press you. They have to find a new way to press you. Like,
now that's crazy work, ladies and gentlemen. If you coming out of a narcissistic relationship and you dealing with something like that, please don't feed into that. That's crazy work how they operate. Okay, I tell y'all they demons. Shrine world. Okay, they are demons. Alrighty.
they move. They like a lot of times in the narcissist youth, they are like literally heroes. We like to play the hero. We have heroes in our minds. We like to try to play the hero role. So a lot of times we go from hero to professional victims. And I know that sounds crazy, doesn't it?
It is crazy.
How can you go from being a hero to being a professional victim? How does that even look? What does that look like? What the hell are you talking about, Lee Hammock? Shut up. I know y'all want me to be quiet, but I'm not going to do it. We shift, as narcissist gets older, we shift from heroes to professional victims. That's the way, y'all, seriously, that's the way.
That's crazy. That is crazy because they act like victims. They act like victims. Like my narcissistic ex, ladies and gentlemen, pay attention. He acted like a victim to everything. Like, oh, what did I do to you? What do you mean, what did you do to me? What do you mean? So, like, and that's when they want you to feed into what they're saying so you can have a reaction to it. You're going to say something back. They're going to say something back. And it's going to keep going back and forth. But they like that. While you're trying to express whatever it is that's going on, they like that back and forth stuff. It's crazy work. So listen, now those are the red flags right there. Like, it's crazy how they operate, y'all. Like, for real.
The way it goes. It really does go that way. Like when we can't get our needs met or get our narcissistic supply in the same way that we used to get it, we do shift, right? We have to shift. We have.
Oh, they do have to shift. Yes. So, like I said, I never dealt with a narcissist before. So I did all my research. I dealt with a relationship with it. I've seen what I've seen, know what I know. You put all the tools together and everything like that. And then plus your narcissistic ex tells you everything, about the situation, gives you all the answers. And it's like these people are demons, man. Like,
have to shift. You won't like
they are like, demons. And when they don't get what they want, it is a shit show. It is a shit show. Okay. And especially when they don't have a job. And like I said, everybody experience is different. But my narcissistic ex didn't have a job. He lost his job and he blamed it on me and all this kind of stuff. Boo, that typical narcissist stuff. And like it's just crazy. Okay. Yeah. Let's get back into this.
To survive. Just imagine this right here, y'all. Let me take you into the mind of a narcissist. Imagine.
But they also got to go out there and find multiple other supplies. They have to. Like my narcissistic ex needed multiple supplies. He don't have a job. And you think I'm going to be sitting there footing all the bill of what you got going on? And you got stuff going on in the cut? You bugging. You're bugging. No. So ladies and gentlemen, no. No. That is not safe and it's not healthy at all. Please, if you're in a situation like that, express to somebody. Reach out to an advocate or whatever. Like, just don't sit there and be silent in a situation like this because it gets dangerous after a while.
You are a farmer, right? And You've been planting crops. Matter of fact, the movie Interstellar, if you've seen Interstellar, this is the perfect example of it. You've been planting crops your whole life, like the farmer, the farm that Matthew McConaughey lived on, right? Cooper's farm, right? But when that disease or whatever, that blight start taking over, it killed the crops. They have to shift. Humanity had to shift in order to find a new way to survive. So as a narcissist, we have to find a new way to get narcissistic supply. We just can't just wake up and just live it like that, right? We have to find a new way to get our needs met. We have to find a new way to get narcissistic supply. That's the way it goes right there. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no middle ground here. We have to shift. Shift or we perish. Shift or we go away. That's the mentality of that literally is what happens right there. That's the mentality that we face. We either shift and grow or we dissipate. Like a narcissist, y'all.
That's crazy.
So the next thing I got written down right here, y'all, is the pivot to guilt. Like the pivot to guilt. Pivoting to guilt right here. In this situation right here, this is where the vulnerable narcissist comes out. And I know y'all love those vulnerable narcissists, don't you? Y'all love the vulnerable covert narcissists, don't you? But this is when it comes out. Since they can't get your attention by being great or being successful or being flashy or whatever, sometimes they'll get it by being sick or pretending to pass away, being sick or dying, right? I'm dying and I'm losing my health.
I had to pause that because, like, that's crazy. That's crazy. You know, my narcissistic ex always act like he was sick. I remember one time he always act like he had some kind of emergency going on. Always had some kind of emergency going on. Yeah, it was always an emergency. Okay,
Y'all ever seen a toxic narcissistic bastard fake a health scare? That's how they get supply sometimes. Like, if you just think about it, if you've been growing up in victimhood your entire life, what would make that change right now? Why would you stop being a victim? What would make you stop being a victim here in this situation? If you've been steeped in victimhood and shame your entire life, why would it stop now? Why would you stop being a victim now? You see what I'm saying? So you might see when they shift into this or start using their health as to play the victim, like you'll see a sudden urge.
I heard a lot of that. So if you're hearing stuff like that, they're starting to use their health or just using anything that's about them and it's not fixing a problem. Pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. You're gonna keep getting that revolving same door. It's gonna keep going. It's gonna keep going. It's gonna keep going. I'm telling you. It's a clown circus shit show. It's a Jezebel show. You want to remove yourself out that situation the safest way that you can. If you got to get order protections, that's what you got to do. Okay?
A sudden surge in mysterious behaviors, right? They might get sick. They might get lonely. And somehow, some way, shape, or form, only you can fix it. Right?
Yeah, that's crazy because every time he got sick, you know, he always wanted me to do something. Like, it was always me making him feel better and, you know, babying him and, you know, all that gushy stuff. Yeah, like, but at the end of the day, when you come out of that, you pay attention. When you start healing, like, for me, perfect example, okay? When I first came out of it, yeah, I did crying. I had my downtimes, of course, because I'm in the middle of what the hell is going on, what went wrong, you know, but you're stuck in this little thing. But that's where a lot of people get stuck at. And for me, I started educating myself more. I built myself up more. And, you know, I went to counseling real quick. I did not let that get to me. You understand? I wanted to learn, what is this? Oh, no, I have to educate myself. And I went through domestic violence. Now I need to know, what is a narcissist? What do these narcissist people do? So that's what I did. I educated myself. And, you know, now I'm out here able to speak, you know, not crying, not doing all of this stuff that I used to do, you know, and bringing that awareness. And that's what I'm going to do. Keep doing as an advocate. You understand?
Right. Only you. They only want you there. Dad only acts right when mom's here. Mom left him 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's a Hoover. They could use this to Hoover you in older age.
I keep telling you about that Hoover. Remember, Shereen will say Hoovering. Okay.
When they get older and when things start falling apart and they can't get supply the same way, they can use their sickness or their illness to get you back into their life. I got, you know, I got the big C word or whatever. I'm sick. I'm ill. I don't know how long I'm gonna survive. I don't know this. I don't know that. Like, they will try to focus on one target sometimes in this situation right here, right? And like, they will give constant reminders of everything that they did for you back in the day. Like, they will keep tab.
Crazy work, y'all.
They, like, narcissists keep score. Anything I've done for you can and will be used against you later on. So you have to think about it like this. It's not really about needing help. It's about needing relevance. It's about maintaining some type of control. It's about still having, no matter what goes on, still having some type of access to you, regardless of what happens, regardless of what goes on in this situation right here, y'all. This is the space that so many people fall into. Like, seriously, this is what you have to think about too. Like, they will use that. Like, if a narcissist has ever done something for you,
Telling y'all, don't get stuck in that hoovering, ladies and gentlemen. Do not get stuck in the hoovering. From giving you all these tools and information, you coming across my channel, please don't get stuck in that hoovering. Get yourself out of that. You don't deserve to be in no relationship like that. Not no men, not no women.
for you in the past, they will be coming. They will be coming to collect that debt right here, right? And also another thing you got to kind of shift into, as narcissists get older, their circle tends to get smaller, not bigger, right?
Okay. Very small. Speaking from example.
If they don't have a lot of friends when they're 40 or 50, it's very hard pressed to believe they're going to have friends when they're 55, 60, 65, 70. So they're going to rely on you even more if you're close to them.
Yeah.
One thing about that, like this, they might actually use the fact that they don't have a lot of friends and family members, or a lot of people around.
Now that's crazy work, what he just said. That's crazy work, y'all.
Around them that want to be around them. They might use that to play the victim. My kids don't talk to me anymore. My wife doesn't talk to me anymore. Nothing happens. Nobody talks to me. I'm by myself. No one wants to be around me. They're all messed up in here. They're all crazy. They all turn on me. They can use that to be the victim in a different situation and try to hoover somebody else in. But what really has happened as the narcissist gets older and that mask gets more and more off, people get tired of the games and just leave them alone, right?
Exactly what I did. And I suggest y'all to do that if you're in a situation like that. You get tired of that. You see, I slipped the mask off. I know what's hidden behind that. I know the real. I know the truth. I slipped that mask, so I don't want no parts.
When the kids don't talk to them, it's because the kids got raised in toxicity, got raised in abuse, got raised in manipulation, and just a horrible situation, and they couldn't do anything about it because they were children. And now that they're older, they realize that I don't have to talk to my parents anymore. I don't have to talk to my toxic, abusive father or mother anymore. I don't have to talk to my narcissistic husband or wife or girlfriend, boyfriend, friends, siblings, whoever it is, right? I don't have to do this right here. So an aging narcissist typically blames the world when they end up alone. When they end up isolated, they blame the world. They hold everybody else to account, but not themselves. This is why you get a lot of old, bitter.
Damn. That's crazy. They do blame the world. They definitely do. They blame everybody else but themselves.
Narcissist, right? You get a bitter, old-ass narcissist, angry narcissist who talks trash about everyone around.
That's crazy. He hitting it right on the noggin. He talking about my narcissistic ex right here. Ladies and gentlemen, if he talking about your narcissist, hit the like button.
Everyone that has abandoned them, everyone who's gotten out, who has left them to be, they left me to die. They knew I was sick. They didn't want to be around me. Right? This is what happens. But you gotta think about it like this. That narcissistic person isn't really lonely because people are mean. People are mean, or people are crazy, or people just mistakenly cut them off. These narcissists are lonely because they burned every damn bridge they could. And they burned all the bridges, so they severed them there or singed every opportunity that they had to have a healthy relationship, or healthy friendships, or healthy dynamics at all. So this is not anybody's fault but that narcissistic person's, right?
Absolutely.
You got to think about that like this. This space you fall into when you're dealing with the older narcissist, they're going to blame everybody for it. They're going to hold everybody else accountable. They're going to put it on the people. y'all know I heard a story a long time ago. This has been about 5 years now. I hope this woman is doing okay. She said her narcissistic husband had gotten sick and literally would start doing evil things. So he got sick, he got wheelchair bound, and he became more abusive as he got older.
That's crazy, work, ladies and gentlemen. That's crazy right there. That's crazy. He need to go to jail.
More abusive. Like he was literally in a wheelchair, and she said he would try to strangle her in a wheelchair. Like she would come help him do something, and he would just grab her, like jump out the chair and like grab her and pull her down to the ground and try to strangle her because he was so weak because he was sick. So she would be able to get him off of her or whatever. But like he was trying to take her life because he was angry because he was sick and she wasn't. She was able to walk and he no longer could walk. He was angry as hell. No, I haven't talked to her in years. I hope she's doing okay. But there was a horrible story to hear. Like your husband is trying to kill you because you can walk and he can't because he's sick and you're not. She's like, yeah, this sucks. She's like, I hate this life and I can't. He's making me feel bad because we're in our 70s and I want to leave him, but I'm his caretaker. If I left him, nobody else would be here. And he knows that. He knows that everybody will look down on me because I protected him for years. He's an old, bitter, abusive narcissist, but she's protecting his reputation so people don't have this bad viewpoint of him. So if she were to leave him alone, people would allow him to play the victim, right?
That's crazy.
So in conclusion, y'all, if you're waiting for an older narcissist to have an aha moment because they're getting older, they're getting some grays in their hair, you might want to stop waiting around. Age does not bring wisdom.
Okay.
To a narcissistic person, that's just not how it's happening. If I'm a dumbass young narcissist, I'm going to be a dumbass old narcissist.
There you go.
Age just brings more resentment, more bitterness, because the world isn't bowing down to them like if they thought it would. Their life hasn't panned out the way they thought it would. So everybody else around me will be held accountable for the things that has happened to me.
That's crazy.
Your job is not to save them from their own choices. I know it's tough when you've been married to them for 40, 50, 60 years, like the other lady I was talking about. But your job is not to save them from their own choices. It's to protect your peace before they try to drown you in their bitterness. Because this is how the mind of an abusive, manipulative, toxic-ass, narcissistic bastard works. They want to drown you with their bitterness. They want to drag you down to their level. They just want to use, abuse, and just discount it. Just horrible to you, y'all.
I hear that.
So be safe out there if you're dealing with a narcissistic, abusive, toxic bastard that you have as a partner. Be safe out there dealing with this person because it can be dangerous. You already know it can be dangerous, right? Be safe because it can be dangerous. Protect your peace. Hit the subscribe button. If you want to book a one-on-one, make sure you check out my website, mentalhealth.net, for all things Lee Hammock. Subscribe to the channel, and I'm out.
Alrighty, guys. That's, make sure y'all subscribe to his channel, y'all. He's on YouTube. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday. If you like that video, hit the like button. Like I said, if you're in a situation like this, please educate yourself. Get yourself out that situation the best way you can. I don't know how much more I can come up here and be more real and share, the awareness. But I got to keep coming up here. Because at the end of the day, somebody's out there and they going through a domestic or narcissistic abuse relationship and they need help. Okay? So it's Friday. So y'all already know. These narcissists lurking, men and women, they're going to be out there in them bars. They're going to be doing street pharmacist work. They're going to be doing everything. They're going to be doing supplying, getting new supply on the internet, chat logs. They are going to be everywhere. So y'all stay safe out there in these streets, okay? And I'll be back up here probably a little later or tomorrow with some more information. Make sure y'all check out my community wall. And don't forget, come on over to Facebook. We almost at 3K followers on Facebook. Come to my group page called Domestic Violence and Narcissistic Relationships I Survive. All right. And if you come to my group chat, my private group chat, I might start sharing a little, information up there of certain things that I went through in my private group chat. Okay. It all depends, but let's see how it goes. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Thank you. I appreciate you all for watching and viewing. Shout out to all you narcissistic people out there, men and women, because, I appreciate y'all for giving us, something to come out here and talk about and spread awareness about y'all. Y'all really need to go to counseling, therapy, something. I don't know where y'all need to go, but y'all need to stay away from people, with y'all shaming shows. And so at the end of the day, thanks for subscribing to Shereen's World. I appreciate everybody. Y'all have a blessed night. Stay safe. Everybody stay safe out there. Remember, they lurking. They gonna have their hands out. All right. All right.
You got a long way to go. Rock with me now.